You have got to hear this new statistic which sheds new light on college debt. Hundreds of colleges across the country now have more students defaulting on their loans than they have graduates. That's right. This is as the price of college continues to soar. Joining me now, Republican strategist Ron Meyer. Hi, Ron. Thanks for coming back on the show. So this blew me away that it could even be possible that could happen. How is it so?
Well, I think, it's funny that the colleges are saying that it's because of these young people's socioeconomic status. Well, let me tell you, I think they're right in a way because young people have never been more worse off. We're in a great youth depression where only 4 in 10 young Americans under 30 can find full-time jobs, and half of college graduates are underemployed. But that's really beside the point. The point is that higher education is also offering a diminished product at a higher cost. Average tuition in the last 4 years has gone up 25%. And at the same time, young people cannot find work. You used to be able to say you'd make $1 million more in your lifetime if you got a degree. Now that number is down to $300,000. And I think this is just another result of a poor product and a terrible economy.
Well, I want to show some real-life examples here because it's hard to get your brain around these numbers because it just defies logic. So as we said before, 514 red flag colleges have more defaults than graduates, right? Right. Oklahoma State University in Oklahoma City, as an example, its graduation rate is just 5%. Its default rate, 20%. And let me give you another one. The University of Phoenix at San Diego, graduation rate 10%, defaulted 26%. Now, no doubt a lot of this has to do with the rising costs of education. We've seen a lot of that play out. But isn't it also the fault of the federal government? I mean, if you can fog a mirror, you can get a federal loan for college.
Well, that's right. I mean, it really is because right now there's unlimited access to student loans, and what we think that's doing is helping young people, but the problem is we're setting young people up to fail and actually building a permanent underclass of young Americans in this country. And the problem is that what we're doing is handing people thousands, tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of debt to start off their careers and a degree that has become almost worthless. And so what we have to do is, the funny thing is, if any other industry was doing this, if Wall Street was doing this, had raised their prices 25% in the last 4 years, and their products had just diminished in value, there'd be a congressional investigation into what the heck is going on. And we just have not seen that kind of outrage in Congress. We have not seen that kind of outrage, I think, from the investment community either.
You know why that is, Ron, right? Because we all believe so seriously that the only way to get ahead in this country is to have a college degree. And it doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter whether it's on sheepskin or paper or whether that's what kind of ink was used in the pen to sign it. Just having it is all that matters. And I think that we've sort of devalued what it is to have a degree. Do you know what I mean? I think what you say about creating a permanent underclass is right on. What do you see as a way out of this conundrum, though?
Well, I think we have to do two things. One, Washington has to realize that they're basically forwarding along this great youth depression, and they have to change their policies and put us back in a position where young people are being hired. You can take a lot of student debt if you have a great job after college, but if you have anything less than a great job, we're talking like $40K or more, you can't afford your student loans. So Washington has to work to actually get this economy stabilized and going and hiring young people again. And higher education actually has to have competition inserted back into it. And right now, with this nationalized student loan industry, they have no competition. They can get unlimited federal student loans and unlimited money, and there's no checks and balances. Free money is always a bad thing. Ron, quickly before you go, do want to ask you about the doubling of interest rates on student loan debt. What do you make of it? Should it happen? I mean, at the end of the day, it only costs about $7 a month for students, but you're in that age category. I mean, would you want to be paying that extra $7? Well, I think what you and I have established in this segment is that the real problem is tuition, right? If I want to buy a Mercedes, the problem isn't that the interest rate's the problem. The problem is the Mercedes is too expensive. The tuition is too expensive here. But as far as what the federal government should do, no, they should not raise the rates. They should actually lower the rates. Right now, the federal government, get this, is making 36 cents on every dollar they lend in student loans. I think that's outrageous. I think that if Wall Street were doing that, I think that Congress would call for an investigation, and maybe that, in this case, they should investigate themselves.
Well, Ron, thanks for coming on. Great to talk to you. Appreciate your time
today. Thanks, Jerry.
Unbelievable story.